The next time you head out and the light doesn't match your expectations, I'd encourage you to not pack up and leave, but instead ask yourself what the conditions are giving you to photograph. What can you shoot today, and that you couldn't shoot in perfect light. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the vlog, and welcome back to another episode in my series of essential landscape photography skills. Now, today I want to talk about something that comes up quite a lot, and not just in questions I get asked, but also in the way people talk about landscape photography. And this in general is that there's an idea that if you're not shooting at golden hour, you may as well not bother. And in this video, I'm going to challenge that idea and walk through the different types of light that we encounter and how we can use them to create strong landscape images. So let's get straight into it, right? Golden hour is great, and I use a lot of it myself. But this belief that any light outside of those narrow windows in the morning and the evening is useless, it just doesn't hold up. I want to walk you through a few types of light, from harsh midday sun to overcast skies to stormy weather, and explain how I've learned to use each of them in the field. Now, there seems to be a real bias in photography spaces towards golden hour, and don't get me wrong, it can be absolutely stunning. Low angles, long shadows, warm tones, it all helps. But if you only shoot in golden hour, you're limiting yourself. And I used to fall into that trap quite a lot. I'd skip whole days of potential shooting just because the light didn't look right. And eventually, I started asking better questions. Not only is it the right light, but what can I do with the light that I've got? Now, midday light gets a bad reputation for being harsh and unflattering, and of course, yes, it can be, but it also offers high contrast, strong shadows, and very clear textures. And if I'm in a location with a lot of surface detail, like rock formations or sand dunes or even cliffs, it can be ideal. I also use midday light to convert images to black and white, where the tonal range really comes alive. It's not bad light, it's just different light. And of course, then you've got the overcast days, which people often dismiss as flat or dull. Now, being here in Ireland, I have to deal with that quite a lot. However, that soft, diffuse light is actually perfect for intimate landscapes, for woodlands and for waterfalls, and even if you wanted to do some portraits in nature. There's no hard shadows, you get even tones, and of course in fog, well, fog is one of my favorite conditions to work in. I don't get it that often, but it also adds atmosphere, depth and mystery. And it also serves as a way to hide distractions and simplifies the scene. Some of my most memorable shots have come from thick mist or light rain. Now, storms are another one that people avoid. Not me. When I see a storm, I'm out as quick as I can go. Now, understandably for most, they're obviously avoiding that because they feel uncomfortable. But because just before and after a storm, the light can be exceptional. You get fast changing conditions, you get deep shadows, light shafts coming through the clouds, and even contrast between the warm and cool tones. It's really unpredictable, but that's what makes it interesting. You have to move fast, stay alert, and adapt. And I've had some of my best shooting days in the middle of bad weather. One of the easiest ways to use light creatively, regardless of the time of day, is backlighting. Position your subject between you and the sun, and you can create rim light, a silhouette, and even layered compositions. It works especially well if you've got trees, grasses, or a figure in the frame. The shadows fall forward towards you, which can add depth to the shot. It's also another tool that helps shift your thinking away from needing the perfect light. Now, the real takeaway here is that if you're always waiting for golden hour, you're passing up opportunities. Every kind of light gives you something different. If you get stuck on what light you think you need, then you'll miss what's actually in front of you. The goal here should be to understand how to use any light, not just to tolerate it, but to actively look for what's good for it. I hope you're enjoying this video. I just wanted to jump in real quick to remind you that you can grab a copy of my free 62-page ebook, Essential Landscape Photography Skills, when you join my newsletter. It's packed with tips from my years behind the camera, plus interactive links to YouTube videos showing how I captured those shots, and dedicated tutorials on each topic. Sign up, download it instantly, and take your landscape photography to the next level. There's links in the description below. Back to the video. Light can change your photographs no matter where you are. Every opportunity that you have to photograph is an opportunity to learn. So even if the light is not ideal, it is something that I would encourage you to embrace. Flat light helps you to practice. Harsh light helps you to practice. Soft light helps you to practice. And when it does come then to that golden hour, be that sunrise or sunset, you have enough practice to know what you need. It also helps you to be able to fine-tune compositions. So if you're in a location and the light is not ideal, you should still shoot it, because then you can actually get a very strong composition and all that you're doing is waiting for that light. That is where I have found the best growth in my landscape photography. I go out in all weathers. It doesn't bother me. I have this philosophy, which is bad conditions do not exist in landscape photography. There is always a shot. And it has worked 99.99% of the time. Of course, sideways rain can be uncomfortable, can be annoying, but you can still get a shot in all of these bad conditions. So, the next time you head out and the light doesn't match your expectations, I'd encourage you to not pack up and leave, but instead ask yourself what the conditions are giving you to photograph. What can you shoot today, and that you couldn't shoot in perfect light? That shift in mindset can open up a lot of creative possibilities. Now, I'm interested to know how you deal with non-ideal light. Do you work with it or do you avoid it? Drop your approach in the comments below and let's compare notes. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for more videos and techniques and gear reviews and my own shoots around Ireland and beyond. I'd love for you to smash that like button and of course hit the subscribe button. Now, if you're finding value in this kind of breakdown and information and you want to support the channel, I set up a Patreon with some useful extras. Members get access to exclusive content, behind the scenes edits, raw files to practice with, and more in-depth location breakdowns. Is that something you'd be interested in and find helpful? There's going to be a link in the description below. I want to thank everybody, especially these people right here that have joined me on Patreon. I'm really happy to be building this great community of people. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I'm lucky enough to see you on the next one. Slán go fóill.